Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to the More Analytics Afternoon S&P 500 and Gold podcast for July 24th going into the 27th. I hope everybody had a good week trading. Okay, starting off with the S&P 500. We left a maintained gap lower yesterday, traded up into it today and rejected back out of it. Okay, we've been bullish overall from 3502. We've seen 4,130.25 to the upside. A lot of other bullish calls in here I'm not going to get into. The trade below 76.29.25 brought in 397 of pressure before being put on hold and rallying. And then the failure below 75.74.50 brought in 162.75 of pressure. And the trade below 74.80 brought in 68.25 of pressure. However, we broke below this main formation. We broke back above it today, failed to see the short covering, and failed below it again here. So now this is bearish again. I'd said to get long on a decent penetration above it here, but I also said if we break above it decently and back down through it decently, look for decent pressure. So this is bearish once again. Which does not mean that the projections to the downside come back into play. It's just bearish for a sell-off. Decent trade back above that formation, which is going to come in at 74.62.49 plus 19 per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Sunday will negate the bearishness. That would not be something I would get bullish above, though, or lean against as a long. If, however, we broke above the upper formation at 74.81.11 plus 4 per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m., I would be long above that. We're on a pullback, looking for decent strength, and that would probably at least bring us a run back up to 75.63.50 and probably even higher up to 76.32. Okay, in the gold, we've been bullish overall since August 16, 2018 from 1183. We've seen 4,443.1 to the upside. A lot of other bullish calls I won't go over on a higher time frame. We then held exhaustion with the 56.26.80 high and rolled over 1,671.4. A number of other lower time frame calls in here. Then we held macro exhaustion with a 39.55.40 low. It bounced 261.1. I said if this holds and we start a bona fide bullish correction, the minimum target is 49.63.60. But that is on hold. I said yesterday with a minor bearish reversal above, we'd come off 56.5 from the 40.80.50 open, and then the break below 40.79.70 brought in 55.7 of pressure. Decent trade back above this formation, which is going to come in at 40.60 even, minus 5 per hour, starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Sunday. That'll warrant decent strength. Decent failure below this formation right here, which is going to come in at 40.44 even, plus 2 per hour, starting at 6 o'clock p.m. That will warrant of continued pressure. If we break back above this line decently, that's going to take the other bullish calls from below off hold. One final note, I would just say that we'd had general momentum coming down here, which is sort of shifting sideways. There is a possibility we may see some chopping here. We'll have to see. A maintained gap higher on Monday would leave a minor bullish reversal below. That'll be more effective if/when we take out 41.10.40 in the process. And one final note, bear with me a moment. Okay, never mind. Okay, I hope you have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you in the next podcast.